playing for Penn State. And this young man game remind me of mine. The thing is, man, I'm talking about his 3-point game has turned up tremendously. It's to a whole nother level. It's just the whole style of his play, his aggressiveness. He's a killer on the court. And every time I see this guy play, I think about my game. Playing for Penn State, coming up out of Simon Gratz High School. I was that guy, and our careers were similar. I messed my ACL. My ACL still tender to this day. I don't know. I had a bunch of different surgeries.
They said up the jail they called you Tyrese Assy.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I had a game. You know what I mean? I had a game. I just didn't activate my game in jail because it was too dangerous to play sports in there and win on the level that I was playing. Once I stepped to the collegiate level, I couldn't double down. That's why I don't play with you in playgrounds and stuff no more. I wouldn't even disrespect my game like that.
Out of here.
I mean,
but you know who we here with?
The legend.
Him.
Yep.
I'm keeping it real. Let's keep it real, Neff. I've been telling you was him for 3 years now.
Before they realized it.
You did. We talk about it. We talk about the shots.
What?
I was thinking about that on the way over here.
Well, I tell you last year, I said, if you don't take 15 shots, at least you ain't done your job now.
You right. You was right, though.
You ain't.
You was right from the beginning.
He said, shoot.
Because at the end of the day, I always felt like, and what's so crazy is right now you average about 25, right?
Yeah, about 26.
26, right. Last year I told you, man, you should be averaging 25 points, man.
Yep.
I said, if you take at least 15 shots a game, 16, 17 shots a game, you're going to average 25 points, man. And it just so happened that it take time.
You do?
You know what I mean? Sometimes you see in people what they don't see in themselves at sometimes. Because I told you, man, you need to be more aggressive. Stop deferring to them.
You right.
You the second best player on the team behind Joel Embiid. Let me ask you this question. Who the top 5 players you played with since you've been in the NBA?
So I've been in the league. Big fella.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be just on the Sixers, right? Not just
You just played for the Sixers. You played for level
I'm saying
six.
no, I'm saying like not just pick up. I'm saying like just with the Sixers. Tobias.
Okay.
Who's last? I'm trying to think. I make sure I don't miss nobody. Who played with my rookie year? I mean, shit. Seth Curry? I don't know.
Seth was.
Who's? I can't think of nobody.
Can't think of nobody.
I'm trying to think of somebody so I don't miss nobody.
Yeah.
I don't miss nobody. I don't know. I'll probably say Seth Curry. Seth Curry had game. I ain't gonna lie. I can't think off the top of my head, but Seth Curry had some real game, man. People didn't know that. I didn't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Coming in, but he could hoop for real.
No, he showed he could hoop when he came.
He was big here.
Absolutely. When you first got drafted by the Sixers, right? Like, how did that feel? Hearing your name called.
I mean, it was bittersweet at the time. You know what I'm saying? When you hear your name called, it's like surreal. For me, like, in the moment, I was kind of upset because, like, shit, I mean, I thought I was going to be, like, top 14, honestly. But everything happens for a reason. So, like, when I got drafted to the Sixers, I was happy. You know what I'm saying? I was happy because I knew this was going to be a city that embraced me. I knew this was going to be a city that, like, they preach hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me. That's who I am. I work hard. I work for everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was ever given to me.
Right.
My dad never played in the league. My dad was, normal, high school coach growing up. So it's like, I grinded for this, man. So I was happy, man. I was happy for the opportunity, but I had a chip on my shoulder because I wanted people to know, like, me going 21, that was definitely a fluke. I feel like my game was a lot higher than that. So
when you look back at the people that came out in the draft with you, it shows that was a fluke.
Man, hey, I'm just saying, man.
You ain't got to say it because I'm going to say it for you. I want to know how many people that came out of the draft with you better than you.
My opinion, I don't think nobody. So
that's what I'm saying.
I say this though. I got some. I love Anthony Edwards though. My draft for sure, big time.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is big time.
He big time.
I could say that.
And he done did it in the offs.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is definitely big time.
He big time for sure.
If you could change anything, would it or if you said, you know what, I would have been more aggressive, or I would have did this, or I would have did that. Would you have changed anything in your first few years?
You know why I say I wouldn't change a thing is because basketball my entire life, I wasn't ranked high or nothing until like my junior or senior year. But like it always came easy to me. You know what I'm saying? I worked extremely hard, you know what I'm saying? But like playing in the game, I was always the starter. I was always probably the best player on my team, you know, for the most part. I was always the leader. I needed to grow as far as like I needed to come from the bottom to the top. You know what I mean? Like so my rookie year, my second year was big for me because I had big fella, I had Ben, I had those guys who were at the time, you know, those were the big dogs. And I can look up to them. You know, guys like Tobias really helped me. Like I don't tell this story a lot, but like my rookie year, I remember we flew to Orlando. I'm on the back of the bus like towards trading deadline. And I'm in there sick. I'm like, man, they didn't do something. Cause I wasn't playing. But you know, Tobias put me to the side like, bro, your time gonna come. And he said it's gonna come this season, like at the end of in the year towards playoffs. Like you just gotta be ready. I'm like, I don't be ready, man. I ain't played in 2 weeks. All I do is sit here, man. I don't do nothing. Sit here and watch y'all play, man. I ain't never did this. This ain't me. I ain't never did this in my life, man. Like I feel like in there's other places where I could have played. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, nah, be patient, be patient. I just remember Doc calling me to the office like, you gonna win some playoff games for us. I'm like, Doc, I'm winning playoff games. I don't play. I ain't played in 2 weeks. He was like, nah, I got you. And then from there on, I was like the first one off the bench. And then the playoffs came. I helped us win a couple playoff games. You know, we didn't win, you know, championship or anything. We didn't get the second round, but you know, I helped us go to from game 6 to game 7 in Atlanta, and you know, from there I just kept progressing. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Go ahead. You might ask something.
You know, you being that guy, prep school, college, now in the league. You know, what game do you got to the younger cats that's coming up? You know, that's coming up and really grinding for it the way you had. What type of because you play top level on all levels.
Yeah.
You know, like what game do you got for them guys, man? Youngers.
I didn't play prep school though.
Yeah.
I ain't go to prep school. I went to public school.
Oh, public? I thought you went to
prep. I went to public school all 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't really believe in like the prep school route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was class 6A in Texas basketball though. That's the highest class. You know what I'm saying? We played against D1, at least one D1 player every single night we played the playoffs. Gotta win 6-7 games. I never got to win state. You know, my best friend, he here with me right now, but we went to battle against everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, the game I give him is like, bro, you just.
Oh, your brother had game?
Yeah,
I'm just letting him know.
You
see how I look at him. I just looked over at him and told him, I said,
I game. He played football. I'm like, he played Texas football. I ain't got him playing no ball.
He hooped. He played a little football too, but he hooped. He was a hooper, man. You know, guy had a different plan for him, injuries. But the game I give, bro, just for me, it's just like you gotta really grind. You gotta really want this, man. Like for me, I used to tell them, like I used to have to go at them at practice and really like make them know, like I really love this. Like this is not a game to me. Like this winning championship stuff, it's not a joke. And it's like I need them to raise their level of play. So it's like it's all about who you want to be, who you like, what person you want to be, and how you want to go about things. Like even this year in practice a couple times, like just fast forward into where I am now. Like I don't have to be one of those guys in practice where I'm going at a guy like Jay Spring, and just because I know how good Jay Spring can be.
Oh my God, yes he can.
So like I'm going at him, I'm cooking him, I'm talking to him crazy, but it's like that's not from like me just being a bad person. That's me being like I want to win so bad. Right. I know we're gonna need him. And
you want to bring the most competitive fire out of him that you can bring out of him.
And I seen James Harden go at you like that.
Right.
Did you learn that from the moments you had when he came to the team and he was going at you like, yo, you know?
Right. I think I learned a little bit of that from him. But that came from within a little bit, man. Like my pop's crazy. You know,
okay.
My pops, he insane, man. He's crazy. But like what I learned from Jay, it's different what I learned from him. I learned a lot of like business stuff from him. I learned a lot of like just managing the game, knowing how to get big fella the ball, knowing how to get my own stuff off. And his biggest thing with me was like, bro, you nice, bro. Like you gotta be confident. You gotta know, like sometimes I give you this ball or Joel give you the ball. It's F us. Like you gotta go get your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we need you to do that. And I think that was something that really helped me.
And it's funny because we sat in the old studio. You said that to him, like, yo. Shoot that, hey, Mike. You know, Gil, hey, Mike. You the guy, shoot it. I don't care if ain't, shoot it.
No, because I'm a person that when you see somebody that is great, but they not all the way asserting their greatness. Right. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, it's times where it's like, bro, we done came down 6 times, bro.
Yeah, I ran straight to that corner.
What you doing, man?
Yeah.
The ball, you touching that ball, but you not even being aggressive, man. We need, because when you look at the Sixers, I looked at it like this. I said, it's two people on the team that get their shots the easiest. It's Joel Embiid and it's Tyrese Maxey. But if Tyrese is on I'm young, I'm deferring to the older guys, you know, just a lot of that be out of respect thing. It be out of, man, how I'm gonna come down and gun out James Harden, man. This nigga's an MVP in the league. He done averaged 35. He done led the league in assists. But sometimes it come down to that.
Right.
Where it's like, no, you the guy now. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna follow after you.
Right.
And you would see it because, you know, I watch every Sixer game. So you would see it. Okay, Joel Embiid and James Harden sit out. Tyrese Maxey, 38. You like, wait, he can do this shit while they here. You feel what I'm saying? And every time they would sit out, every time the big fella would sit out, he got 33, 31. I'm talking about, but it was a whole different mindset from the time the game started. It was like, come on. Floater. You feel what
You know what's funny about that though?
Yeah.
I don't tell this story often because like a lot of people don't need to know this, but like me and the big fella, he had the ultimate confidence in me since I stepped foot in the practice facility. Like one day, like we playing, and I'm on like the red team. You know, it's my rookie. I'm on like the red team. I ain't even got no real jersey on. I got a penny on. I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work. I ain't never had no penny on in practice. But like I'm going at the first unit and the second unit. We beat them in a little drill. So then everybody sit out, COVID game, and Joel come up to me like, can you get 40 tonight? And I'm like, can I get 40 in the NBA game? That just sound crazy. That don't sound like what? I'm sitting there thinking. But I told Unc before I left the house, this is funny. I told Unc like, if so-and-so ain't playing, if Joe ain't playing, Ben ain't playing, I'm just go 40 tonight. I bet he looked at me like, this nigga tripping. I don't know what he talking about. But like, I really believe that though. Right. And then when Joel came to me and told me that, I'm like, oh yeah, I can go get 40. And I had 39. I'm like, okay, maybe I can do something. You know what I'm saying? I can really do something in this league. And it's like, him having that confidence in me, like, it was hard for me, like you saying, like with James and Joe and Ben and Tobias, like, it was hard for me to just like step right in and just be who I really am. Right. Because I just felt like I would be stepping on their toes, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like, in the NBA now, I think you gotta, the vets are the vets, right? Right. And you just gotta ease your way into it sometimes, especially in the situation where you in a championship team. Like we talked about AI, like AI didn't walk into that. He walked into a different situation.
Let me just tell you something, Bubba Chuck. And I don't give a fuck. Bubba Chuck would have walked on the greatest Laker team of all time. That would be like, I'm coming out the game for Magic. Get the
I agree though. I agree.
Chuck, that's some
I agree. So it was different for me, man. It was way different. But like now, I feel what you're saying though, and I really do mean that. Like when I say I go out there and I'm assertive from the get go. Even Joel, he tell me like go do what you do.
It's crazy because I see the personality change in you. Like it's crazy. Like because I watch every game, bro. Every game is recorded. Right. I see the personality change in you. I see you go from your first couple years. I'm keeping it all the way real with you. Everything was a smile. Yeah. You foul a nigga, you like ref. There was a foul. We like now. It's more of. It's just you exuding confidence, bro. You walking around. You see that take us back because that's what Chuck used to do. Yeah. Chuck used to bust your ass and then he walk around the arena and I want to hear that shit. We love that shit. Right. So it's almost like we seeing you embrace the Philadelphia mentality. Mm-hmm. And we loving it. And be all the way honest with you, to see like the growth, because over the years we had so many draft choice picks that ain't turned out to who they was.